What is up, everybody? Bootman here, and today we are going to be doing an Ultron's Battle Matrix Protocol tier list, all right? If you missed it, I just did 2 videos. I did some tips for the mode, and then I did 3 of the best builds. A lot of you are new subscribers. Welcome. I make a bunch of Marvel Rivals content, and I'm loving this mode, so I'll be making more of this. So if you're new, make sure you subscribe, ring the notification bell. It is my birthday month, and we're like 100 something away from 13,000 subscribers, so hit that subscribe button. Help me out. It'll be a great birthday present, all right? But anyways, let's jump into this tier list. Those of you who don't know, I'm in the official Marvel Rivals creator program. I had early access to this mode, and then I've been playing it nonstop since its official release. So I have some time in here, all right? I've played with most of the heroes, so I have a good idea, but if nothing else, I've played against all of them. So let's jump into it, and yeah, let's get started, all right? So anyways, Captain America. Okay, so I reached the top 100 on the rankings with a 6-tank build, okay? One of them was Captain America. I feel like he's the weakest link, but I rotated him out, I tried other people, and I was losing. So I guess Captain America's good. It might be because his numbers aren't there, but his ultimate ability is supporting people well enough, you know? Even though I'm talking about this, maybe I'm a Cap hater in this mode, I'm gonna make him B tier. I'm not buying. I'm still gonna make him B tier. All right, Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange, I'm gonna put his A tier. I think disruptive ults in this mode are very good. And his ultimate ability is great. It can completely just freeze their entire team, and then your team just wails on the opponents, and that's very, very nice. And also, one of his abilities too, it makes his E ability, I forgot the name, like the Maelstrom or whatever, and it stacks damage, right? And that thing, I've gotten some crazy like team wipes with it, like later in the round, like it is nuts. I don't think he's S, I'll make him A for now. Groot, some of you are gonna disagree. I'm gonna put Groot at C tier. His walls, if anything, just get really annoying. When I first started playing the mode, I played a ton of Groot, and he would block my healers, he would block my other people, he would wall himself off or wall my team off so my healers couldn't get to him. Almost like playing with a bad Groot in Quick Match. I'm not a fan. I think I'm being kind not putting him in D tier, but I have a few that I'll save him for. Hulk, I want to put Hulk S, but I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna say A tier. I think he's kind of situational. He is somebody that I put in my 6-tank build lineup. By the way, all 3 of these I do. Hulk's shields, his little bubbles, very, very good. I level them first. I try to prioritize them, and it's really good. It's great against opponent ults, right? Jeff, for example, Hulk will just bubble your entire team, the opponent Jeff will ult, and nobody gets eaten. And it's just awesome. So it's really good. Other than that, Hulk can tank a decent amount of damage. I don't think he does too much output damage. His ultimate is kind of whatever, you know what I mean? But I do think he's A tier in the right lineup. He's also great in the Namor team up, but that's mainly Namor doing the heavy lifting with the squids. In the early access, I was just dominating people with a Hulk Namor team up. So, but I think he deserves A. Magneto. I want to put Magneto A, but I'm gonna put him B, and here's why. And this is gonna be the same for a lot of people I discuss. So I swapped out Cap for Magneto, and I think Magneto was maybe the second best. I still lost more than I did with Cap, but the reason I'm not a huge fan of Magneto is he's so hit or miss with his ultimate. Some of these heroes with their ability and the way AI just does its thing is just ridiculous. Magneto, they'll be the entire squad grouped up of the opponents, and then Magneto will turn around and just find one useless person in a corner and then throw it over there, right? He's not doing it optimally, and it drives me nuts. His team up with Emma is pretty decent. I need to pay more attention, but it looks like he only does the team up ability at the beginning of the round, which is a little weird. I might be missing it, but if he did it more often, it'd be a little bit better. Penny. Penny's hard to rank. She performs very well against me, but when I use her, when my other friends who have been playing this mode a ton use her, not great. Like, I'll put her A tier. I don't want to, but I'll put her A tier just for you all because I think you should experiment. I think I just had bad luck with Penny. Penny, she has two abilities. One of her abilities, she could put down more webs. And then like when she has a team up with Rocket, obviously she could put down two of the Spider-Man things. But the other one is, which I think is very strong, especially against me if I'm running a 6-tank lineup, is that she ensnares people. If they're standing in her webs for more than 2 seconds, it uses her, like, if you did the right click ability, it wraps them up in the webs and snares them for a couple seconds. And like, it's really, really, really disruptive. But yeah, she's been like kind of whatever for me, but I think she's worth experimenting with. Thor, I'll say, is A tier as well. He can get tanky, obviously. One of his abilities makes his ult a little bit better. Like it ticks like 0.3 seconds like faster, and I think it makes the radius wider. His other one is when he uses his awakening rune, it like pierces and I think hits multiple people's, like it does like a little shockwave thing, which is kind of decent. Like he's there doing stuff, and I think like just surviving really well, but like I just don't know how much work he's doing. Like I think he's good in the right combination. A lot of people are running like a res comp with like Thor, Hela, and Loki, which I think he might be, pretty decent. But anyways, I think A tier is fine. Venom S tier. I love Venom. Venom was the first one when I started playing early access where I'm just like, oh, I love this. He's very hit or miss though. I think I'm getting better with building him out and building my team out. What makes Venom good is he has an ability that you could buy where when he uses his ultimate ability, based on the damage he does, he gets bigger and he gets tankier. So you might see videos, if you watch one of my previous videos, like Venom gets huge. He takes up like half the screen, like, or half the height of the freaking map, and it's nuts. And I really, really love that. Just towards the end, just like Venom gets really beefy. One of the issues is that I ran into a lot before I started like kind of changing how I'm organizing my abilities and everything, is sometimes you would get that ability and like he just won't get his ult off. I think the strategy that I would recommend is getting that, leveling up, like if you have really good abilities that you want to put on different heroes, get Venoms in the 3rd round. Like I think it's like round 11 when you start getting 2 abilities that you can add on heroes. That's when I would start getting it, all right? Unless it's just like the best thing that you have available, then get it. But if not, just wait a little bit. But Venom S tier. Black Panther, the only time, I'm gonna put him in D tier, the only time he really was effective against me was somebody ran like I think like a 4 duelist comp and it was all divers, and I don't think Black Panther was as effective as the other ones. He does have a cool ability where he does his ult in like 4 or 5 directions that you can get, but other than that, it's like, meh. Black Widow's weird. So I've been checking out the leaderboard, and the #1 person was using Black Widow a ton. And there was one game I played where Black Widow dominated me. I personally haven't played Black Widow yet, but like, yeah, I think she's good. I had some friends play her and say she wasn't that good. I'm gonna put her B tier. And Black Widow 2, she wasn't even using the team up with Punisher that often. Like some people were doing it, like that guy on the leaderboard that I saw, but yeah, she was super good. So yeah, give her a try. I think she's worth testing out. Hawkeye, I haven't seen anybody do good with Hawkeye. I'm gonna put him D tier. I'll keep it at that. I'm not sure what his abilities are, his personal abilities, but Hela, I'm gonna put A tier. No, you know what, screw it. I'll put Hela S tier. Anytime that I lose like significantly, when I go up against a Hela, I'm just very frustrated. Like I look at her damage output for the other team and stuff, and sometimes it's really high up there, but like she has an ability that lets her fire her primary shot in 4 directions, and her other one, I forgot what her second ability is, but anyways, it might increase her how fast she shoots as well. Why am I forgetting the word for that? But anyways, pretty decent. And also, again, great in the res comp. Spoiler, I'm gonna put Loki up in S tier. Hela's really good with Loki. If your Loki dies, she can res him because of that team up, whatever. Iron Fist, if any of you watched my video on the best team comps, Iron Fist is great in an anti-tank build. A lot of people are running the tank build. I'll put Iron Fist in B because I don't think he's as useful unless he's going up against a tank build. Actually, I'll put him A because his damage is based on the tankiness. And if you can manage to make it to later rounds with Iron Fist, everybody's tanky. There was one game I played where Iron Fist just like destroyed my Luna in her ult, right? Because he was just, he was percentage based off her health. Iron Man, S tier. Listen to my words. Listen to the words coming out of my mouth. Iron Man is by far, from what I've seen, the most underrated hero in this entire mode. His ultimate is insanity. It is insanity. It will take out entire teams. If you get the card that lets you, like there's like a X% chance that it won't consume any energy to use your ult, so he could do it twice. Iron Man will just explode teams. You'll be having a match where it's just like head to head going back and forth, and then Iron Man just goes boom, and it's game over. Like, he is so underrated. One of his abilities gives his ultimate like 500 extra damage and like an increased radius. It takes up like half the freaking battlefield, right? And then his other one just gives him like, I think like 500 health or something, overshield, when he's using his ultimate. But dude, he is so underrated. And I say that, like maybe you're watching this like, oh, I use Iron Man all the time. I do not run into Iron Man that much. Like, we noticed it in early access, and now I'm just like I just got done playing with him when I was experimenting with some different comps, and he was just putting in the work for me. Magic, I'll put B tier. She's like high B, maybe low A. But yeah, she's decent just because she's a diver, she gets extra health. I'm not sure what her abilities are because I think I only played with her like once in early access, but when I go up against Magic, it's usually pretty decent. Moon Knight, he's like really high A tier. By the way, I don't like doing that. It's just adds an extra layer of complexity. I don't like it, but I'll verbalize that I think he's high A tier. A lot of the way these AI like operate, they group up a lot, so his onks are huge. Moon Knight, like one of his abilities is like it like I think gives you extra onks and pulls people in further, something like that. But his ultimate is huge. Rocket is a very good healer in this. I had some games because Rocket has an ability, which I'll discuss, where you drop extra respawners. Moon Knight just dropping his ult, it takes out all your respawners and stuff. Moon Knight, I think, is also very underrated. I don't see people using him nearly enough. But he's like, he kind of has to do good on his own though. Like, he doesn't really have great team ups. His only team up is with Cloak and Dagger, who, spoiler, I don't think is that great in this mode, but yeah. Namor A tier. He's floating between A tier and S tier. Like I said, his team up with Hulk is crazy. I was just wrecking people in early access with that team up. He puts his squids in the very back line. Their range, it shoots across the map. So it's like adding like two or three or four extra players on your team. One of his abilities gives you more squids to spawn, and his other one I think decreases the cooldown on his ultimate. When you add that ability along with the card that you can get where it's a chance to not use any of the energy from the ultimate. I've had games against me where Namor just uses his ultimate like 3 or 4 times in a row. It's just like boom, 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 boom. It's nuts, very good. Psylocke, I'll put C tier, decent. She might deserve D tier. I've seen her do decent in like a dive comp, but you know, her ultimate is like Psylocke's ultimate where it can do stuff, but I just haven't seen people do very well with her. Scarlet Witch, D tier. You would think her ultimate could do a lot of things, but like it's just not. Like once her ultimate, like, I don't know, like I've played so much of 6 tanks that her ultimate just tickles you. Like, you can get tanky enough where even Iron Man's ult like just kind of tickles you, but Iron Man's ult does get a lot better than Scarlet's. I've played against multiple Scarlet Witches, never had an issue. Spider-Man, another D tier. I think I've only played against 1 or 2 of them. He was like non-existent, just instantly died. Squirrel Girl, I'll put B tier. I've only played her against her a few times. I have yet to play with her on my team, but she's very good. I know one of her cards like increases like the amount, I think it increases her ammo capacity by like 30%. By the way, let me know down in the comments, are there any websites up yet that have like all the abilities listed for the specific heroes of this mode? You would think there would be. So let me know. Let me know down in the comments. Maybe someone on Reddit posted one. But yeah, every time I've played against her, she might be A tier, but every time I've played against her, it's been rough. Star-Lord, feel free to roast me on this. I think he's D tier. I've played with him a few times, had other people play with him a few times. It's been whatever. I haven't really noticed him. If you disagree and want to give me some reasoning, let me know down in the comments below. Storm, I'll put B tier. Her team up with Jeff, who I think, I'm still on the fence about Jeff, but anyways, her team up works with Jeff. Obviously, her team up works with Human Torch. And I think that's her biggest utility in this game, is just having one of those team ups going on. That's why I'm putting her B tier. Outside of that, I haven't seen her being super useful. I think Punisher is bait. I'm gonna put him C tier. I think a lot of people think Punisher's good, but like, when I'm running like a tank build against a Punisher, like we kill him before his ultimate does anything. Like, he's just not that great. Bucky's gonna go A tier. We'll put Bucky A tier. His ultimate can go really, really, really nuts. The only reason I'm not putting him S tier is because like he has to survive long enough to get his ult. So you got to make it to the later rounds where your ultimate charges faster and everything. But once Bucky gets going, if you're using Bucky and you can get to the later rounds, like post like 16, right? If you make it that far, like Bucky can be an absolute nightmare to play against. So I'll put him there. Wolverine, I don't want to say S tier. If you're going up against a tank comp, he's S tier, similar to Iron Fist. But other than that, I'll put A tier. Like he's just like Iron Fist. Later in the game, once everybody's tanky, he does really, really, really well. When I was like, going up against tank builds, he's somebody I put in my Hulk Namor build that I was using, just to counter tanks and stuff, and he just did really good. I think Wolverine's really good in this. I don't see enough people using him. So now we're on to the strategists. Well, a lot of strategists. It's weird how they order these. Adam Warlock, I'm gonna put him here, even though personally my experience is, for me, he's B tier. But overall, I think he's S tier. Resurrection in this game is huge. Again, subscribe. I'm gonna make some more videos on this mode. I think Resurrection is one of the most powerful things in this game. Adam Warlocks will completely just swing games for you. His personal res and then his team res, like whenever Adam Warlock is on the battlefield, I'm just praying to the gods of random AI, like that my team will go target the Adam Warlock. I'm like, please just go take this guy out. Take him out, okay? Like his personal abilities, he can make people res with more health and everything. And then like, so what'll happen too is, you'll take Adam Warlock out, and then once he dies, your entire team will run away from him, and then he'll pop his ultimate, right? For me, that doesn't happen. He just dies twice in a row. But he'll resurrect entire teams. So like, if you have Adam Warlock, and then you have the card that resurrects everybody after the first KO, it's so good. Cloak and Dagger, like I said, D tier. I think I saw one person do well with Cloak and Dagger, but I don't think they were the cause of it. They're just not that great. They're just not. Jeff, I'm putting Jeff in S tier for you, not for me. I'm starting to like Jeff. One of my buddies who's been grinding a lot too, he kind of sold me on Jeff. Jeff has an ability where when he swallows 3 or more people, he gets a random card added, right? It'll say it at the top of the screen. So you might get like enemy damage reduction, enemy health reduction, your own team health, like it's getting free cards. So if Jeff pops multiple ults, your entire team can be getting stronger or their entire team can get weaker. Jeff also, like he'll sometimes just, if you get lucky, he'll like spit people out and somebody else will do one of their ults. So like I've had games where Jeff spits people out and then Iron Man ults all of them. It's awesome. But like Jeff it's kind of like in a regular game, Jeff, he might just, you know, he might save the other team when you're about to kill him. He might screw your team when you're in the middle. You know what I mean? Those types of things can happen, but Jeff overall is pretty good. Loki, S tier. You should be running Loki. Loki's so good. His illusions, his heals, he has an ability where you get more illusions. Like you can get like 2 extra illusions. I think max 4, something like that. There's another ability he has where it reduces the cooldown on your shift. And once he pops that, like the AI in this game does not attack his runes. So it's really good. And then like, you know, I've run some like, you know, heavy like healer comps with like 4 healers. And you know, when you have like a Luna Snow and then Loki takes her abilities, you're just popping double ults, like super duper good. Sometimes he steals a bad ult, but I think more often than not, he steals a good one. Luna Snow, I'll put A tier. Like, the only reason I'm putting her A tier, like obviously her ultimate is very strong. I just don't think her abilities are very strong. A lot of the people up here, like in the S tier, you wouldn't mind getting both of their abilities, right? I think with Luna Snow, like you might want one, you know, you're not gonna go too crazy with it, but her ultimate it's huge. It lasts forever. People can't really do anything against it. And then, like I said, if they have a Loki or something, Mantis, I only played with her a little. I'll put her C tier just because her ultimate's similar to Luna. I think one of her abilities is like, it makes people invulnerable or like invincible, whatever, for a little bit after you like pop an ability. Something I might have to experiment with her anymore. If you want to argue with me about Mantis, feel free to give me your logic down in the comments. But just from my experience with her, C tier. I haven't seen a lot of people play with her. Rocket, I'll put Rocket S tier. I'll warn you, I had the worst experience with Rocket. I started experimenting with him. In the early access, he was my go-to. I loved it. He has an ability where he he puts down 4 respawners. He can have up to 4 respawners, which is amazing, obviously. But last night, he just kept throwing his respawners right in the middle of the battlefield. Usually, if you place them on the back line, he'll just line them up in a nice little row. They're safe, everybody's protecting them. But last night, he was just throwing them out in the middle, and I was so tilted. Today, I played with him. He lined them up okay. So you're starting to earn my trust back, Rocket. His other ability like helps with his healing. One thing about Rocket is he will shoot. He will shoot more than any other Rocket that you play with, unless, like in a regular match, unless that person's trolling. And I wish he would just heal bot. Sometimes I wish he would just heal bot, but I do think Rocket is S tier. One of my buddies is doing very good with Mr. Fantastic. He's the only person I've seen do good with Mr. Fantastic. I'll put him A tier just because my buddy is like in the top 1 or 200 with using Mr. Fantastic a lot. So that's why I'll put him there. Invisible Woman, I think is S. Her ultimate's very strong. No. I'll use my logic. Invisible Woman's A tier. Her ultimate's very strong. She heals well, you know, partially because of her ultimate. The reason I'm putting her here is because I think one of her abilities isn't that great. One of her abilities is, which I think is good, she makes like her right click, the shield that she puts up in front of people, it makes it huge. It makes it gigantic. And then it also has 750 health, which is also very good. So that's why she's an A tier. Her other one, it like makes like, I think the diameter of her shift, like that orb she sends out that pulls people in, it's meh. I don't think that's as powerful. That's why I should go A tier. Human Torch, he might be S tier, but I'm gonna put him A. He's very good as part of the anti-tank build, if you saw my other video, because he does percentage-based damage. You can also level his skills into that. I think I need to play with him more to get a better evaluation, but when I have used him, I've done really well. When other people use him, I see them do very well. His fire tornadoes are great. They can swing matches too because everybody groups up, so they're just getting eaten up. Very good. The Thing, that person I told you who used Scarlet or Black Widow and did really well, they also use a lot of Thing. I'm putting Thing in, you know what? Out of spite, I'm putting Thing in C tier. When I was experimenting with my 6-man, 6-tank lineup, I swapped Cap with Thing. And something I noticed about Thing is more often than not, when he does his charge, he'll just go and run into a wall. For like 3 or 4 seconds because the duration is so long. So he just takes himself out of the fight. You're just fighting like a 5v6 and he's just off in a corner, just doing his little Yancey Street charge. One of his abilities is very good. It like increases like the stun duration when you use that ability. But when he's running into walls, he's utterly useless. His ultimate is obviously good because CC in this mode is very, very good. But yeah, like, Emma, I'll put Emma here. I'll put Emma here. It's mainly because of her ultimate ability. She's part of my six tank team. Her ultimate is just really, really good. One of her abilities is that what is it? I think it's you start with 40% ult charge, but since the map is so small and everybody groups together, Emma can just CC the entire team. And that is just really huge in this mode. Her other one has to do with her diamond form, which I'm not a fan of. Usually I would say if they don't have 2 good abilities, I'd put her down here. But like that CC is so good. It's better than Doctor Strange's, like, cause it covers a bigger area. You're gonna get more people in her ultimate. And then when you CC people, like that can be just a big, big game changer. So Emma, I'll put here. Like I said, her other ability is for her diamond form. She uses it sometimes, not a ton, too much effectiveness. One thing that annoys me about her is that I don't see her ever put out her shield unless I'm like missing it and not paying attention. But her ultimate ability is good enough that I'll put her in S tier. Ultron, D tier. I don't care how good Iron Man is, Ultron's just not good in this mode. Haven't seen anybody do good with Ultron. I stay away from him because he's not good. He's just not good. I don't even know what his abilities are. If I could, I'd probably rank him lower than most people. But anyways, tier lists always bring out a lot of controversy and arguments, so feel free to let me know where I'm wrong down in the comments below. But here, do me a favor. Just give me your argument. Don't just say, you're wrong, you put this person in this tier, you're an idiot. Like, give me the logic, give me the reasoning behind it. Tell me, like, what ability, what skill do you level up? What are you doing that makes them good? Like, fight for your case. And this is for every tier list that ever exists on YouTube. Argue your case. Don't just call the person wrong or stupid, explain it. You got unlimited character count down in the comments, let me know. But anyways, that's all I got for this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new, again, it's my birthday month. It's my birthday month. I'm turning into an old man this month. All right, so make sure you subscribe, ring that notification bell, help me get to 13,000 subscribers by the end of the month. I'll love you for it. And I make a bunch of dope Marvel Rivals content, all right? Anyways, that's all I got. Have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one.